Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to continue the individual readings for Stray Kids. Someone commented a while back, and I say a while back because I forgot when I last saw it, if I was going to continue, and of course I will. And I am slogging my way through it, through every single individual reading for all the groups I'm working on this year. And in this case, we're going to Hyunjin individual reading, which we have 4 different sections: his current energy, his career, his love life, and then any healing messages that come through. And with that said, I will start with his current energy to see how he's doing right now. Wait, also, I kind of felt like I should mention that in the description below, I will leave the timestamps in case you want to jump in between sections, in case you guys didn't know. Yeah. Oops. Oh, then that's perfect. Okay, so how is he currently doing? We have the Sun, we have the King of Cups, and then we have Death. Now, the first card that came facing up was Death, so I wonder if any of you kind of gasped like, oh my goodness, that is crazy. But, do not fret. He is going through a transformation. It seems like it's a big deal for him because we have Major Arcanas here and then a Court card in the middle. So it seems like in the past with the Sun we have positivity. So there seems to be like a lot of, I think he is actively going through a transformation that he himself has activated consciously. Now, I'm saying it this way because it doesn't feel like he has to transform to reach a certain point in his life in a way where it's like you do your healing because you have to. This seems like he consciously started this. It could be because he was so motivated that it's like, oh, I'm so inspired. I feel good about myself. I want to transform and be a better version of myself and improve. Because the Sun is a very positive card. It is Leo energy. And also we are in August. So I wonder if throughout this whole month, or at least through the first half of August, since that's Leo season, he just felt like this positivity and this good energy that gave him so much confidence to the point that he felt like he needed to change and he needed to transform to kind of be in this physically be in the same level as he feels energetically. So it's one of those things that maybe he feels so happy and so motivated and inspired that he has reached this point where maybe he wants to exercise more, eat healthier, or sleep more, or take care of his body more, or take care of his fashion, or something along those lines that is slowly reflecting how he is doing well within himself. And it's kind of just being shown on the canvas, which is his physical body. In the middle, we have the King of Cups, and the keyword here is support. Now, the King of Cups could be a card that is representing him currently, like right now in his present moment. And the King of Cups usually talks about someone that is very creative, someone that is inspired, someone that is intuitive, and quite spiritual. Also, it would be someone that knows how to work with their emotions. So, if I'm correct, Hyunjin, there you go. I think he is a Pisces. Well, yeah, March 20th. So, he's probably a Pisces. Or he could be like in the cusp between Pisces and Aries. So, one of those two. Anyway, if he is a Pisces, then this King of Cups energy just kind of shows that right now he's focusing on his Sun energy, or like the broad building blocks that make us who we are when you think about it in astrology. So this kind of shows that he is trying to embody more of this external energy, and in a way he's trying to be a bit more confident or a bit more comfortable in this, I guess, not phase, I guess in this area of himself where he's trying to put this external side of him in the forefront, but trying to be as honest to himself as possible. So I'm not saying this as in like this is not a mask that he's wearing. This is a very true inner, I guess this is a true version of himself, and he's just trying to put it more out there and make sure that people can see it. And one of the things that I'm getting as well with this King of Cups, because the King of Cups usually to me represents Cancer energy, which is a water sign, which is also a water sign with Pisces. That's why I was talking about all of those things. Anyway, so this King of Cups is kind of showing that right now he's working in trying to be comfortable and very confident with his emotions. He's trying to listen to his intuition and try to listen to that gut feeling within himself to make decisions and take action. He is someone that is guiding himself with his heart and trying to pay attention and honor his emotions as well before he does anything. But he's constantly taking action as well. So he's not afraid of taking action. He's not afraid of making decisions based on his emotions, but he's also doing it in a way that is still pretty rational. Like I don't think he's been reckless. I don't think he is being like overly, like his emotions are not clouding his judgment, right? Because the King of Cups, especially since it's upright, kind of shows that he's in an energy where he knows how to work with his emotions in a way that continues fueling something positive within him that allows him to actually continue taking action in a way that is both healthy and I will even say practical. And what I mean by practical is that he's getting things done. Like maybe he's not planning things through as an earth sign would, like almost having like a life plan of sorts, and maybe he's not going recklessly forward and brave and courageous like a air fire sign I was gonna say, and maybe he's not thinking in a very intellectual way how to do things like an air sign would. He's doing this in a very, it feels like a calm river, right? He's taking action, going with the flow, taking the opportunities that are right for him, but he's still paying attention to his emotions, and that's the main fuel that he's taking on right now. And I think he's doing this in a very healthy way because of how happy and positive he is at the moment. Now, all of those things are helping him go through this death moment or this transformation. Because the death card, right here, it says release, but it usually talks about this death and rebirth moment. A moment in our lives where we're going through this transformation, we're letting go, or in this case, we're releasing anything that holds us back. May it be ideas, may it be thoughts, may it be habits or actions or ways of living. So one thing that he's kind of building up for is recognizing what it is that he doesn't need in his life anymore, and also getting the courage to let go of all of those things. So in a way, he is doing a bit of shadow work, but he's doing it in a way that it's very healthy. It is very optimistic and positive. Like I don't think he's going through this transformation and suffering through it. Even if it's challenging and difficult, he still has a pretty like positive outlook into it. So he doesn't feel like this is a burden. He actually can see like this is meant for the greater good that is my life. So I do feel that he sees the benefits of this and he doesn't feel discouraged at all. Again, I'm not saying that he's not going to encounter a single challenge in his life. Also, we have Cancer energy, so water is like extremely strong for Scorpio energy. So water energy is very big for him at the present moment. Again, maybe he feels very motivated, inspired. Like when I think about creativity in his case right now, I'm also getting that he's finding very innovative or very creative ways of solving problems in his life. So he's thinking outside the box and he's kind of making his own rules and his own definition and beliefs of how to live his life. And I think in a way he's getting a sense of freedom that he has not felt before. And that is also helping him stay positive because it's like he doesn't feel like he needs to follow, I guess, conventions or follow restricting rules in a sense that it's people's beliefs of like this is how you should live your life. Like he's not paying attention to external voices, he's paying attention to his inner voice and maybe even connecting to his spiritual guides to get a better idea of like what's right for him. But he's doing his best to make sure that he's staying loyal to himself and to what he wants to do and not get influenced by other people's like ideas or beliefs. Like he listens to them, but he's not taking it too hard as like, oh, this is how I need to live my life. He's just taking it as what it is, advice, another point of view, another perspective. But let's go into his career and see what's going on there. So what is going on with Hyunjin's career? We have Cheetah, so that kind of shows that he's going very quickly, again, very confident and determined. So, I feel that his cardinal energy is huge right now. Then we have West with the keyword completion. So the reason why he's going very quickly, or like he may feel like things are speeding up with his Cheetah energy, like it's going Like he may have started something and it's taken off very quickly and given results just as quickly as well. Here we have the fire element, so this kind of shows that he feels very confident about what he's doing in his career. Things again are moving very quickly, or he's getting results just as fast. So whatever energy he puts into his career, he starts to see the results of it right away. So he also doesn't, there's a sense of fearlessness or a sense of just being very courageous with what he's doing. So he's not doubting himself. He's going in a very, like, he's guiding himself very strongly by his instincts. In his current energy, we saw that he's guiding himself by his intuition and his emotions. But in his career, he's just kind of taking action and following his instincts. So there is a sense that he has reached a level in his career where he doesn't really have to think much or analyze much or even feel much, because his body is already accustomed to the routine and I guess the way that his career works. So he's just doing things as he knows best, if that makes sense. I'm not saying necessarily that he's not like improving or anything, but I do feel that he may have already started something in his career. Like let's say they're in the middle of promotions, right? I don't really know what Stray Kids is doing right now, but let's say that like they're in the middle of a project or promotions or something. He's just taking action and getting things done because he already knows how it goes. He already knows what to do. So he's, it's like, what is it called? Muscle memory. His body already knows how to do things, so he's just going with the flow in that sense and just following his instincts, following his passions, following he's just being very spontaneous as well. Like he's just doing things for doing them. And why is that? Because he's already kind of closing a chapter in his career as well. I'm saying as well because when we talked about the death card in his current energy, we are talking about like the end of something and the start of something new. So in his career, it seems like he's about to end a project or something, and that's why he's just kind of going with the flow of things in a way where he's just taking actions. He's in the go, 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 just doing one thing and another and getting things done. That's why I think he's getting results very quickly. And he's just kind of pushing forward. And again, it seems like he's very motivated. He's in a very spontaneous energy, so nothing's holding him back. His mind is not holding him back, so he's not overthinking anything. He is not encountering super difficult or challenging obstacles. It's like the normal stuff. So again, he already knows how things work and how to do things, and that's why he's just going with the flow. So his career feels like it's doing very well as well. Like he's not necessarily, it feels like he's completing something pretty soon, but I don't think this is necessarily a big deal, or at least not for him. It's just like the normal, the same old normal stuff in his career. So it's not like anything that I feel I should talk more about. But regardless, let's take some tarot to see if there's any more information about his career. I do wonder, I think his love life or healing could be the main focus. Depending on what his love life is about, it might be a big focus if it's talking about self-improvement. And if not, then his healing might be the heaviest chunk of his reading, because that one will definitely be about self-improvement. But the more information, the information that we got for his career is the Four of Pentacles. Here we have control, and then we have the Ace of Cups with satisfaction. So yeah, it seems like he's just pretty satisfied with just going with the normal routine of his career. Usually the Four of Pentacles talks about someone that holds onto something very tightly or something that they really treasure. So yeah, also the Four in tarot usually talks about something that is stable and grounded. And when we talk about pentacles, we do talk about career, health, or finances. So I do feel that right now he's in a period in his life where his money is doing well, like it's pretty stable. His career, he has everything under control, especially since it came with the Ace of Cups. This feels like a very positive. Usually I don't see the Four of Pentacles as a positive card because of how it's usually described and how it's usually portrayed. But in this case, since it came with the Ace of Cups, it kind of shows that right now he's in his comfort zone, and that's why he's just kind of going with the flow of things. He's very driven in making sure that his career works out, but he's not encountering anything challenging, and he's not really doing anything new. So he's in a very comfortable spot in his career right now, and I think that makes him pretty happy since, we have the Ace of Cups. That shows that he's pretty satisfied. Or the other thing that I'm getting, since it's an ace that we have right here, that in his career, he may start a project that will give him a lot of happiness and satisfaction. And I think it may be coming either very soon, and that's why he's kind of like looking forward to finishing what he's doing right now. But again, with the Four of Pentacles, it kind of shows that he has everything under control. Also, Pentacles is earth energy, so that kind of shows that it's something that is very stable and super grounded if you have four and then Pentacles energy. So it definitely feels like he has everything under control, and that's why he doesn't feel worried or doubt that things are going to work out. And that's why he's just kind of doing what he knows how to do best, basically. So he's in his element. That's the best way I can describe it. But let's look at his love life and see what will be the focus in this case for him. So what's going on with Hyunjin's love life? We have the Otter. Oh, okay. This could be about partnership. Let's see. We have fire with ignition. So there seems to be a spark, and there's some. I kind of want to take the tarot out already, actually. Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so his love life kind of shows that there could be. It seems like in this case we are talking about romance. Usually, I've mentioned this quite often before, but when I read for younger idols, and I don't mean age, I also mean like barely started their career idols. I think especially like last year, I was doing a bunch of groups that didn't have that much in the that long in the industry or had not debuted so long ago. Many of them in their love life talked about self-growth and self-improvement and focusing on themselves and healing, right? So for a very long time, we didn't really get romantic stuff. But for some of the older idols, in this case, someone like Hyunjin, since he has been in the industry for quite a while and he's a bit older, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that we actually got something related to romance. And I'm saying that because of the cards that we have. With the otter, I was thinking how usually otters, when they're taking like a nap or resting in bodies of water, they usually hold hands to not like separate. So I was thinking already like, oh, some sort of partnership right there. And then we have the fire with the keyword ignition. I was like, oh, maybe starting a relationship, like fueling a spark, passion. And then when I saw 10 of Cups, I was like, oh no, we're talking about like for real, happily ever after type of thing, right? But then I saw the Queen of Cups reversed. So I do feel that this kind of shows a person that maybe is not quite there yet, because we do have the King of Cups, and I did talk about the King of Cups as if it represented him. Well, I say it now in case you guys didn't like figure out that I was referring the King of Cups energy to him. So the pair of the King of Cups will be the Queen of Cups. So this kind of shows that this is related to romance. And I think I'm saying this because it's something that he looks forward to, but I think he may not have found someone quite yet. Or if he has, it's someone that hasn't really reached that level, that they haven't reached their full potential quite yet, or they haven't reached the level where they will be open for a relationship, because this Queen of Cups is reversed. So this is a person that is very intuitive, also very creative, and also someone that will know how to work with their emotions. To me, the Queen of Cups is Scorpio energy. So this will be someone that is also very intense, very passionate, and I do feel that he will be able to keep up with that type of energy. The issue here, though, is that this person may not have reached that energy that I just described. Why is that? I think this person may be going through a very rough period, so they may be a bit sad, maybe even disappointed with life, or this person could be going through a lot of self-reflection and shadow work to the point that it has kind of taken a toll on them. So they may feel they don't feel as happy and as positive as he feels, and clearly he's doing very well. So this person, I'm saying this as well because when I see the otter spirit, I see someone that is usually very happy, very cute and gentle, and I do feel that this person is cute and gentle, very kind, and very family orientated, or someone that really loves the community. So whoever is in their circles, maybe friends, family, or their close neighbors, like I think neighbors will also be something that this person really cares about and like treasures. I think this person is someone that loves to be surrounded by people and loves to care for them. However, I do feel that this person may have reached a point of exhaustion. as in like they gave so much to everybody else that right now they need to kind of go in hermit mode and internalize all the energy, all and make sure that they're taking care of themselves. But the thing that they're taking care of is kind of like they're healing and feeding and fueling their soul. It's kind of like reviving themselves again. So especially because we do have a lot of water. The otter has water elements. The Queen of Cups is water, and then the Ten of Cups is water as well. The only fire card that we have right here is of course, the fire card with ignition, right? So it kind of shows in his love life, he may have either, I think spiritually he may have connected with this person already, but I think it's still in the back of his mind and also of this person's mind. I don't know how aware they are of each other, but it's not a priority right now for either one of them. And I think because from his part, for Hyunjin, he's working on himself and just trying to go through this transformation that he has initiated himself. Now, the potential partner that we're seeing here is someone that is kind of going through it right now. They're going through their transformation, but it has been very challenging for them. But with this spark card, I do feel that this could be like a love at first sight type of thing, or this is kind of like is going to be a very intense connection because there's already like spiritual baggage of sorts. I'm saying baggage, but there's already a established spiritual connection between both of them because of how much water we have from technically both parts. Also, the other thing that I'm seeing here is that it's a very promising connection. I do feel that it's one filled with loyalty, with healthy communication, with maybe even a telepathic connection of sorts, in the sense of like they will be able to empathize with each other, understand each other, and in a way almost know what the other one's thinking because of how much attention they pay to each other. So they will be able to kind of learn like the ins and outs of how the other one thinks and what the other one acts, and kind of in a way predict how the other one's going to react to different things and situations. I'm saying that because we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, so they're both pretty intuitive. Now, the other thing is that we have the Ten of Cups right here, so this kind of shows that not only are they going to have a very intense connection, maybe very passionate relationship as well, but with the Ten of Cups, it's going to be also very sweet and filled with emotional fulfillment, because the Ten of Cups does talk, I mean, here it says completion, but the Ten of Cups usually is shown as a family that is like holding hands or like dancing as they have a rainbow with 10 cups on top of it, and it's supposed to show like the end of a cycle. It's supposed to be like a happily ever after. It is in a way portraying like a fairy tale type of ending. So I do feel that both of them could be hopeless romantic. I actually don't really know how he is, but based on the cards that we have right here, it is something that both their hearts yearn for. They do yearn for a relationship, for romance, and potentially even a family. Because I do feel with this Ten of Cups that we are talking about family. At least to me, the Ten of Cups is one of the cards that talks about children. So there could be a chance that this could be someone that is meant for the long run for sure. If anything, the only reason why either they have not met or they're not in a relationship is because whoever he's aiming for is someone that is kind of going through it right now and doesn't really, since they're focusing on themselves and trying to heal themselves and nourish themselves back to life in a way, especially since it's internal work, because I said that they're working on their soul. It will be very challenging and difficult for this person to have space and energy for him. So it will be very difficult to nourish like a unique third energy that is both of them, because of how drained this person is. I guess that's the best way I can describe that. Anyway, let's check out the last section of his reading, which is the healing messages. And let's see, what healing messages do we have for Hyunjin? We have the Crow Spirit reverse with co-create with Spirit. I think that could be one thing that he's learning. Maybe he's opening up spiritually and kind of trying to become more aware of like what does it mean to communicate with his spirit guides, what does it mean to communicate with himself, and kind of connect to like this to source, if that makes sense. So like understand manifestation, the universe, and like everything that is outside of his control. That is something that he's kind of learning how to work with. So in a way, listening to his intuition, listening to his gut feeling, paying attention to that instinct or that quiet voice that kind of just with confidence whispers. It's like a whisper because it's just there. Like it's so intuitive that it just kind of just says it. So it's kind of hard sometimes to listen to that when we're overthinking or when we're in this overdrive, like ego based energy. Now I'm saying it that way because that's usually the way that it's described, but I don't think there's anything wrong with having our egos. It can be a bit bothersome though. So yeah, with a crow spirit, I do feel that he may be learning because to me, crows kind of show intellect. It kind of shows someone that is venturing into the unknown. In a way, also a messenger. So I do feel that he is gathering information on how to work in the spiritual world as well. And again, mainly his intuition to listen to himself. Let's see what else. We have these skunks. Oh, that's good enough. We have the skunk spirit with know your worth. So again, he's kind of already doing that, and this is kind of reassuring that the skunk spirit is helping him be confident, because here we have this orange, something, the sacral chakra. So he's kind of just, trying to find what makes him happy, what gives him motivation and drive, and what he's passionate about, and also trying to stay confident and honest with him, with this new version of himself that he's kind of growing confident into, or like growing accustomed to as well. Next, we have the pig spirit with use your mind wisely. We didn't really get sword energies, bro. Let me get my shit together. We didn't get a lot of sword energy in his reading, so I do feel that he is leaning so much into his emotions and the spiritual, untangible things of life that I do feel with use your mind wisely, that his spirit guides, or right now one of the things that he's been guided on, is how to internalize. I want to combine intellect and internalize together, and I don't not know what word I was going to make up, but he's kind of trying to bring in some sort of like knowledge and wisdom and trying to internalize it in such a way that it becomes very intuitive to him and almost second nature. So in a way, I do feel that he's either reading books or articles or just watching videos about how to use his intuition, how to listen to that side of himself. So in a way, he's just learning. That's kind of what I'm getting here with this pig spirit. You know what I'm also getting? The saying of like, until pigs fly or something like that, which is supposed to symbolize, oh, I'm not gonna do something, or this is not gonna happen until this other thing happens that isn't impossible, right? So I do feel that right now he's opening his third eye, or he's opening his mind and becoming open-minded in such a way that he is finally seeing things in a new point of view or a new perspective, and it's giving him this new insight that he didn't realize he even needed, which I think we did talk about. Where was it? I think it was here in his career, or maybe in his current energy, that I mentioned that right now he's not listening to external, he's not taking to heart what other people are saying or to those external forces, and he's just taking it as advice that opens up his mind and his perspective, and he's going at the beat of his own drum. I hope I said that right. Like he's just going with his own flow, doing his own thing, being creative. And yeah, I think I talked about creativity, and that's where I brought it up. That he is using his creativity to think outside the box and create his own beliefs and his own path. So he's just being very honest with himself and doing his own thing, which has brought him a lot of fulfillment and happiness. The last card that we have right here is Panther Spirit Reverse with Reclaim Your Power. So the fact that this card is reversed kind of shows that this is something that has been a bit challenging for him, and that's something that he's working on right now. Even though he's very confident, one of the things that he's working on is putting his... Oh, I was going to say another saying. I don't know what specific saying I was going to say, but the essence is basically that he is doing what he's preaching. He's practicing what he's saying. Those were not the settings I was thinking of, but they carry the same sentiment. So he's basically, since he is already in this mentality and this energy of being honest with himself, be true to himself, and just doing things, he's trying to put that into practice and actually taking action in a sense that he's changing his habits, his routine, and his actions. He's changing them so they reflect and go in alignment with his new way of thinking and feeling. So he's been confident to himself, he's been truthful to himself, he's having this good communication between his intuition and I guess his physical body. And because of that, he's trying to materialize that energy into something physical and making sure that his actions, his words, and his routine and habits match that as well. Not to mention that, as I mentioned earlier, it could start reflecting on his physical body. So one of the ways that you guys may see it is that maybe you see him style himself more. Maybe you see that maybe he changed his fashion a little bit, and you guys may have noticed it. Or maybe the way that he speaks sounds like he cares more about himself and others, so he's not downplaying his accomplishments. He's confidently saying, this is my worth. And what I mean by that is, like, if he's a dancer, he's saying, like, I worked hard, I'm a good dancer, right? Like, he is affirming with confidence, this is who I am, and I'm aware of it, I recognize it. So that's the one way that he's kind of working and reclaiming his power, right? Like, he is making sure that he is fully in alignment and that his mind, body, and soul are all on the same page. That's the best way I can describe it. So that's what he's kind of working on, and I think he's doing a very good job. I think that could be the reason why it's a very positive transformation he's currently going through. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually pretty happy that he's doing well. Everything seemed to be pretty great. I mean, everything is very positive. If anything, like, the most negative card for me is the Four of Pentacles, because even if it's upright or reverse, I see it in a pretty bad light. So seeing it with all the happy cards around it, I'm like, yeah, he's doing well. And yeah, the Queen of Cups, that's not really talking about him, but even though it's reversed, I'm like, it seems like it's just a natural process of self-growth. So it's nothing crazy, nothing bad. So feel free to tell me down in the comments below what you guys think about this. I am kind of curious if you guys have seen any changes on him that you go like, oh yeah, he's definitely improving. He definitely seems happier. He definitely seems like, maybe not himself, but happier version of himself. Because I do feel that sometimes it takes a while for us as individuals to kind of grow into our true energy. And what I mean true energy is like who we really want to be becomes into alignment with who we are. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, or at least learned from it. I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. And love and healing from my part to you. Bye.